Welcome to my channel. HD Rare Coins 111. In this video I tell you about the United States of America Washington quarter dollar, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. The United States has a rich history of coinage, and some of its most fascinating coins are tied to moments of immense cultural significance. Among these coins, one that stands out is the Washington quarter dollar, particularly the 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller edition. This coin represents not only a part of the nation's currency but also a tribute to some of the most influential figures in the nation's history, as well as the preservation of American heritage. But what makes this coin so special, and why has it garnered so much attention in the coin collecting world? To understand its value, it's important to first know the history of the Washington quarter itself. The coin was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Since then, it has undergone various redesigns, with each iteration offering a fresh perspective on the legacy of one of America's founding fathers. The 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller Washington quarter, however, stands apart due to the significant historical figures it honors and the distinctive design that sets it apart from other quarters. The Marsh-Billings Rockefeller coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series of coins released from 2010 to 2021. Each coin in the series is designed to honor a national park or historic site, with the Marsh-Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park in Vermont being the focus for 2020. This park, which is known for its incredible natural beauty, also has ties to the Rockefeller family, with a legacy of conservation efforts that help preserve much of the area for future generations. This coin, therefore, pays homage to not just a specific location, but to the broader efforts of those like the Rockefeller family who played a role in protecting America's natural landscapes. The design of the 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter is truly stunning. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an image of a young girl planting a tree, symbolizing the next generation's role in the ongoing conservation of America's natural treasures. Surrounding the image are engravings of the words Marsh-Billings Rockefeller, as well as Vermont, and 2020, signifying both the location and the year of the coin's release. While the design is beautiful and meaningful, it's the rarity and condition of the coin that contribute to its high value in the market. Coins from the America the Beautiful Quarters series, especially those from national parks with a strong historical or cultural significance, often become highly sought after by collectors. The 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter is no exception. If you're fortunate enough to own one, you may have noticed that it's worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. A key factor in determining a coin's value is its mintage, or how many were produced. The 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter, like other coins in the series, was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, and the total mintage for this coin was relatively low compared to other more common quarters. However, it's not just rarity that makes this coin valuable. Condition is paramount, and coins that are well preserved or graded at a high level can fetch significantly higher prices in the collector market. In addition to rarity and condition, certain special editions of the coin, such as proof or uncirculated versions, can command higher prices. These coins are often released in limited quantities and are intended for collectors, making them much harder to find in circulation. This is where collectors with a keen eye for rare coins come in, and their interest can drive up the price of the coin. It's also important to mention that the popularity of coin collecting has grown in recent years, with more people becoming interested in the potential value of their coin collections. This trend has led to a surge in demand for coins like the 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter, as well as other commemorative coins in the America the Beautiful series. But let's talk numbers. How much is this coin actually worth? If you've kept your 2020 Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter in pristine condition, or if you have one of the special editions, you may be sitting on a valuable piece of American history. In some cases, depending on the coin's condition and whether it has been professionally graded, this coin can be worth as much as $15,000, or $15,000 in words. It's always thrilling to discover that a coin, which was once just part of everyday change, can have such a remarkable value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with an interest in coins, the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller quarter serves as a reminder of the rich history of the United States and the importance of preserving both our natural resources and our nation's heritage. Top 2. When you think of American coins, the Washington quarter dollar is likely one of the first to come to mind. It's a coin that has been circulating in American pockets for decades and has undergone various changes throughout its history. But among all the different versions of the Washington quarter, there is one that stands out as not only a symbol of American heritage but also a treasure for collectors: the 2001 New York Washington quarter. This coin, part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, has become more than just a piece of currency. It's a valuable collector's item, representing a rich piece of New York's history and culture. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, has always been a staple of American coinage. Over the years, the design has evolved, but the central theme of honoring America's first president has remained intact. However, in 2001, the design of the Washington quarter underwent a significant change. That year, the United States Mint released a new series of state-specific quarters, with each one featuring a design that honored a unique aspect of that state's history, culture, or landmarks. The New York 2001 quarter was one of these special state quarters, and it commemorates the state's monumental contribution to American history. Featuring an image of the Statue of Liberty, one of the most iconic symbols of freedom and democracy in the world, the design also includes an image of the state's famous gateway to freedom, Ellis Island. These symbols represent New York's important role as the entry point for millions of immigrants who came to the United States in search of a better life. The New York 2001 quarter stands out because of its powerful imagery and the symbolism behind it. The Statue of Liberty has long been a symbol of hope, freedom, and the American dream, and Ellis Island represents the struggles and triumphs of the many people who passed through its gates on their journey to becoming part of the American story. These landmarks, and what they represent, are deeply tied to the heart of New York, making this particular coin not only a reflection of the state's rich cultural heritage but also a piece of American history that resonates with many people across the globe. But while the design is beautiful and rich in meaning, it's the rarity and condition of the coin that contributes to its value. While millions of these quarters were minted in 2001, the New York quarter has become a prized piece among collectors due to its historical significance and its association with a state that played such a crucial role in shaping the nation. So, what makes this coin so valuable today? Like any collectible item, the rarity and condition of the coin play a major role in determining its value. A coin that has been kept in excellent condition, without any scratches, wear, or discoloration, is far more valuable than one that has been in circulation for years. As for the New York 2001 Washington quarter, coins that are in uncirculated condition or that have been graded highly by professional grading services can fetch a significant price in the market. The 2001 New York quarter was released in large quantities, but as time has passed, many of these coins have become damaged, worn, or lost. As a result, those that have survived in pristine condition are much rarer today. Collectors often seek out coins with specific characteristics, such as high-quality minting or those that were produced in limited runs. Coins like the 2001 New York Washington quarter have become highly desirable among both amateur and serious collectors, who are willing to pay top dollar for a well-preserved example. Another factor contributing to the value of the 2001 New York quarter is the increased interest in coin collecting in recent years. As more people have discovered the thrill of collecting rare coins, the demand for coins like the New York quarter has increased, causing their value to rise over time. Coins from the 50-state quarters program, including the New York quarter, have become sought-after collectors' items due to their historical and artistic significance. So how much can you expect to get for a 2001 New York Washington quarter? Well, if the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if it has been graded highly by a professional coin grading service, you could be looking at a value that far exceeds the coin's face value of 25 cents. In fact, depending on the coin's condition and the demand in the market, a 2001 New York Washington quarter can be worth up to $38,000, or $38,000 in words. It's always exciting to realize that a seemingly ordinary coin can hold such immense value. The 2001 New York Washington quarter is a perfect example of how history, design, and rarity come together to create something that not only captures the essence of America but also holds financial worth far beyond what most people would expect. So, the next time you come across a Washington quarter, take a moment to appreciate its history. It could be worth much more than you think. Top 3. When you think of classic American coins, the Washington quarter dollar is undeniably one of the most iconic. This coin has been in circulation for decades, but there's one particular year that stands out among collectors: the 1972 Washington quarter. Released as part of the ongoing series that began in 1932 to commemorate George Washington, the 1972 quarter has since become a collector's dream due to its rarity, design, and fascinating history. The Washington quarter is one of the longest-running series in the history of U.S. coinage. Since its inception, it has gone through many changes, but the essence of the coin has always remained the same: to honor the first President of the United States, George Washington. The 1972 Washington quarter, however, has unique features that set it apart from many other years and have contributed to its notable value in today's market. First, let's take a look at the design. On the obverse side of the 1972 quarter, you'll find a profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has remained relatively unchanged throughout the series. However, it's the reverse side that's particularly interesting for the 1972 coin. It features an eagle, a symbol of American strength and pride, which has also remained constant throughout the years. But beyond the design, the real intrigue around the 1972 Washington quarter comes from its mintage and the subsequent rarity of well-preserved examples. During 1972, the United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarters, making it seem like just another typical year of coin production. However, a closer look reveals that there were some very peculiar issues that affected the 1972 quarter, particularly in the way the coins were struck at the mint. The most significant factor contributing to the coin's rarity and value today lies in a particular variety of the 1972 quarter, the 1972 DDO, double die obverse. What exactly is a double die obverse, and why does it matter? A double die obverse means that the coin was struck with a die that had a misalignment or error, causing the image of Washington on the front of the coin to appear doubled. This is a very rare error in coin production and can make a significant difference in a coin's value. Many collectors actively seek out this variety of the 1972 Washington quarter because it is considered a major error coin, and these errors are highly prized in the world of numismatics. Now, not all 1972 Washington quarters are double die obverse. In fact, only a small percentage of the total mintage contains this valuable error. The 1972 DDO Washington quarters are typically identified by the noticeable doubling effect on Washington's eye, the letters in Liberty, and the date itself. If you come across a quarter with these telltale signs, you may be holding something much more valuable than just a regular coin. But why does this specific error make the 1972 quarter so valuable? Coin collectors, or numismatists, value rarity above all else. When a coin has a printing or striking error, especially one as noticeable as a double die obverse, it becomes a rarity. Rare coins are often much more valuable than those produced without any errors, which is why collectors are so eager to find these elusive varieties. Since there were so many 1972 quarters minted and only a small fraction contained the double die obverse, these error coins are highly sought after by those who specialize in collecting rare pieces of American currency. Another contributing factor to the value of the 1972 Washington quarter is the condition of the coin. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that have been heavily worn or damaged. If you have a 1972 quarter that has survived the test of time without much wear, or if it has been preserved in excellent condition, it's going to be worth significantly more than a run-of-the-mill quarter that's been tossed into circulation and passed through many hands over the years. Now, let's talk about numbers. If you've discovered a 1972 Washington quarter with the rare double die obverse in perfect condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Depending on the grade and condition of the coin, as well as its rarity, the value can soar. Coins like this can easily fetch tens of thousands of dollars in the right market. In fact, a well-preserved 1972 DDO Washington quarter can be worth as much as $83,000, or $83,000 in words. Imagine holding a quarter that was once worth just 25 cents, but today is worth a sum that could change your financial situation. The 1972 Washington quarter with the double die obverse is a true testament to the incredible world of coin collecting, where historical significance, rare errors, and condition all come together to create a coin of remarkable value. Whether you're an avid collector or just starting to explore the world of rare coins, keep an eye out for this gem. It may be worth far more than you ever expected. Top 4. The Washington quarter dollar is one of the most iconic coins in the United States. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington on the 200th anniversary of his birth, this coin has gone through many changes over the years. But among the numerous years in which it was minted, the 1974 Washington quarter stands out. While most people would see it as just another quarter, this particular coin has become a rare find for collectors and can hold a surprising value in today's market. Before diving into the value of the 1974 Washington quarter, it's important to understand the history and significance of this coin. The Washington quarter, designed by John Flanagan, has been a part of American coinage for decades, and its design has remained largely unchanged. The obverse features a profile of George Washington, while the reverse shows an eagle perched with its wings spread, symbolizing the strength and pride of the United States. While this design has remained consistent for most of its history, certain years stand out for collectors because of minting variations, production errors, or other unique characteristics. The 1974 Washington quarter is particularly notable due to a few key factors. Although millions of these coins were minted in 1974, there are certain versions that have become highly sought after. One of the most important things to note about the 1974 quarter is its connection to a period of transition in the U.S. Mint. During this time, the United States was dealing with inflation and changes in the economy, which influenced the production of various coins, including the Washington quarter. But what really sets the 1974 Washington quarter apart is a series of coin errors and certain production anomalies that have contributed to its value today. One of the most significant errors that collectors look for in the 1974 Washington quarter is the double die obverse. Similar to other famous error coins, this occurs when a coin is struck more than once, and the second strike causes a noticeable doubling effect on the design. In the case of the 1974 quarter, this error is visible on the date and the letters of Liberty, with a clear doubling of the numbers in the year. This kind of error is extremely rare, and it's these variations that make certain 1974 quarters incredibly valuable. Another factor contributing to the value of the 1974 Washington quarter is the condition of the coin. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its worth. Coins that are well preserved, with little to no signs of wear and tear, are far more valuable than those that have been in circulation for many years. A 1974 Washington quarter that has been kept in excellent condition, or one that has been professionally graded as uncirculated, can see its value rise significantly. For example, a quarter that was once worth just 25 cents, if found in near perfect condition or with a rare error like the double die obverse, can become worth far more. It's also worth mentioning that the 1974 quarter, like many other coins from this era, was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. However, the vast majority of these quarters were produced at the Denver Mint. As a result, the Philadelphia version of the 1974 Washington quarter is considered much rarer, and therefore, more valuable. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare versions, and finding one in exceptional condition can make the coin worth significantly more. Now, let's talk about the real reason you might be interested in the 1974 Washington quarter: its value. If you've come across a 1974 Washington quarter that has the coveted double die obverse error, or if the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you might be holding on to a small treasure. Coins with these characteristics can fetch prices far above their face value, especially if they are well preserved and graded by a professional grading service. In fact, a 1974 Washington quarter in excellent condition, or one with the rare error, can be worth as much as $84,000, or $84,000 in words. This is a staggering amount for a coin that started out as just a 25-cent piece. But it's a testament to how the world of coin collecting works. What might seem like an ordinary coin can hold significant value due to rarity, errors, and condition. If you've recently come across a 1974 Washington quarter or have one in your collection, it might be worth taking a closer look, especially if it's in good condition or shows signs of an error. You could be sitting on a rare and valuable piece of American history that's worth much more than you ever expected. So, the next time you come across a Washington quarter, remember that some of these coins hold more than just historical value. They might just be worth a small fortune. The 1974 Washington quarter, especially those with the double die obverse error or in excellent condition, is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can transform into a true collector's treasure. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare coins, you may be holding on to something worth $84,000, or $84,000 in words. Top 5. The Washington quarter dollar is one of the most enduring and recognizable coins in the United States. First introduced in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, the coin has become an integral part of American coinage history. Over the years, it has gone through several changes, with each decade bringing about new designs and variations. One of the most interesting and valuable years for the Washington quarter is 1979. If you thought the 1979 Washington quarter was just another regular coin, think again. It holds a surprising amount of value and significance for coin collectors today. The Washington quarter is one of the most beloved coins in U.S. history. Its design, featuring a profile of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, has remained mostly unchanged since its inception. But as with many coins, there are particular years that stand out due to their rarity, minting errors, or unique features. The 1979 Washington quarter is one such example. While millions of these quarters were produced, there are specific versions of the 1979 Washington quarter that have caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. So, what makes the 1979 Washington quarter so special? For starters, it's important to understand the historical context surrounding the coin. The 1970s were a time of great economic change in the United States. The country was dealing with inflation, rising gas prices, and changes in the global economy. During this period, the U.S. Mint was continuing to produce quarters, but it also made some important adjustments to how they were minted. While most of the 1979 Washington quarters were produced without incident, some rare and valuable versions of this coin were struck with notable errors. These errors make the 1979 quarter stand out from the rest and contribute significantly to its current value in the numismatic market. One of the most important features of the 1979 Washington quarter is the potential for double die errors. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times during the minting process, causing the image or inscription to appear doubled. In the case of the 1979 quarter, these errors can sometimes be seen on the date, the lettering of Liberty, and even on Washington's eye or hair. The double die error makes the coin extremely rare and much more valuable to collectors, as these types of mistakes don't happen often and add a layer of uniqueness to the coin. Collectors who are interested in rare and unusual coins often seek out examples with double die errors, and the 1979 Washington quarter is one of the coins that fits this description. In addition to the double die errors, there are also variations in the way the coin was minted. The 1979 Washington quarter was produced in large quantities at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The most commonly found versions of this coin were struck at the Denver mint, but there were also a few notable differences in the way the coins were struck at the other locations. Some of these differences, combined with the rarity of certain mint marks and strike conditions, make certain 1979 quarters far more valuable than others. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a critical role in determining its value. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. A well-preserved 1979 Washington quarter that has been kept in excellent condition, with minimal wear and no signs of tarnish or discoloration, is much more valuable than one that has been circulated and worn down over time. Coins that are graded as uncirculated, or that are in mint state condition, are typically worth much more than those that have seen extensive use. Now, let's talk about the value. You may have thought that a quarter is just a 25-cent piece, but when it comes to rare and collectible coins like the 1979 Washington quarter, the value can be much higher than its face value. Coins with specific minting errors, such as the double die, as well as coins in excellent condition, can fetch a premium price in the collector market. In fact, a 1979 Washington quarter with the double die error or in uncirculated condition can be worth as much as $72,000, or $72,000 in words. This is not just a small increase over the face value, it's an impressive amount for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents. And this price isn't just a random estimate. Collectors and investors in the world of numismatics are willing to pay top dollar for a well-preserved example of the 1979 Washington quarter with these unique characteristics. The value of these rare coins has steadily increased over time, as more collectors are seeking them out, and fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation. So, the next time you come across a 1979 Washington quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. While most of these coins are likely to be worth only their face value, you could be holding on to a rare gem. Whether it's a double die error or simply an uncirculated specimen in pristine condition, the 1979 Washington quarter has the potential to be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. A coin that started out as just a simple quarter could be worth as much as $72,000, or $72,000 in words, and that's a pretty remarkable discovery for any coin collector or investor.